Who am I? It's the question you probably ask yourself the most. The question that questions your darkest secrets and your identity. Yet, this question is universally known. For plenty of people like me, this innocent three-word question has left us stumped for years, possibly even until our deaths. The answer constantly changes as you grow older, so there is no definite answer to it. Figuring out the answer to this question was especially hard for me. I would say that I'm a third culture kid, which are kids who are exposed to other cultures other than their parents' cultures at a young age. Therefore, these kids will definitely have strong adaptation skills and will have a broader and more diverse view of the world. However, they might have trouble identifying where their home really is. For all third culture kids, home is everywhere and nowhere. I was born as an adorable infant in Bangkok, Thailand, to a Thai dad and Chinese mom. I spoke Thai fluently. In fact, so fluently that I almost never stopped talking. But when I was 4, my family dragged me to move to Bangalore in India. That was when the era of my international school journey unfolded. After my first week at my first international school, which was an Indian-based curriculum, I experienced a certain 2-week babble. That meant that I lost my native Thai language. I guess this is what happens when toddlers try to take on a new language. According to my mom, I spoke a language that was neither Thai nor English. It was simply gibberish, and it seriously concerned her. However, and thankfully, English came along to me bit by bit during the following weeks of school. I spent about 4 years at my first school. During these 4 years, I was introduced to the Indian language, religion, and folklore, such as the renowned story of Ramayana. I even fell in love with curry and puri, as the school provided curry every day for lunch. I was totally convinced that I was Indian. When I was in 3rd grade, my mom moved me to another international school. This time it was a British-based international curriculum. This school had both English and American teachers, so this made me realize the difference between the two accents. My English was darn good by now. I could speak American English to certain teachers, and after watching cartoons such as Big Hero 6, How to Train Your Dragon, and Frozen, etc. And I could smoothly transition into British English to communicate with my British teachers at school. I could have easily been a spy, but then again, I was confused. My English skills weren't all entirely on the good side. My mom had started to worry about my Chinese heritage. All these years, my mom had always spoken English to me at home because she was worried that I wouldn't be able to catch up at school. However, when she realized that I was fluent in English, she started to speak Chinese to me at home when I was 8. I still couldn't speak any Thai because my Thai dad didn't speak Thai to me regularly at home. He spoke Chinese to me as well. This left me wondering, what was my cultural identity? Could it be judged on what I ate? I used to eat a lot of Indian food at my first international school, but now at this school, more Western food was served. At home, I ate a mix of Chinese, Western, and Indian cuisines. I didn't really have a preference for the different types of food. As long as it was edible, it was fine by me. My way of life didn't particularly lean to Chinese or Thai culture either. My family didn't celebrate a lot of traditions. We only celebrated New Year's and birthdays. Being abroad, I didn't have any Thai friends or Chinese friends at my school. In fact, I haven't talked to Thai kids my age ever since I was 4. Even though I was in a British-based curriculum at school, we were still in India. We were still part of its culture, and we still celebrated its festivals. The 2 biggest festivals in India are Holi, which is like Songkran in Thailand, but instead of blasting water at each other, we threw color powder at each other. And Diwali, which is usually called the Festival of Light. It's a little bit like Loi Krathong in Thailand, except not all candles are set afloat in the water. We also drew Rangoli patterns and wore sparkling saris. So in a way, I still believed that I was Indian. Okay, let's now flash forward to age 10. My family and I moved back to Thailand again. I was confused more than ever now. I haven't touched my native language for 6 years. In fact, I didn't even realize that my cultural identity was Thai until I came back to Thailand. Instead of knowing and understanding Thai, I had gained English and Mandarin. I was lost. I couldn't read, write, or even speak Thai. I couldn't even buy ice cream. Pretty depressing, huh? It was a stressful period of time. I soon moved into my current school, the largest international school that I have ever attended. Learning Thai soon became a course that I had every other day since it was a required subject at school. I started learning Thai from level 1 again, while my Thai peers were on the native level. Another advantage at this school was that there were also quite a few Chinese students, so I could practice my Chinese with them. My mom started to teach me how to read and write Mandarin at home while I still spoke English with my friends at school. After 4 years of learning Thai and Mandarin, I can now read and write both of these languages. Although I haven't mastered these 2 languages yet, I have started to submerge myself into their cultures. And so, my journey to look for my roots began. Today, I am no longer confused about my identity. As I study in my beautiful school campus with my teachers and friends from over 60 countries, my perspective on this world has changed drastically. I know that there are still wars, diseases, famines, inequalities, and disasters existing in this world. I know that there are still people suffering, and I know that they need to be focused on and cherished more. Finally, I know that my identity is international. Before, it was like I was always walking on the edge of Indian, Thai, and Chinese cultures. I was aware that I was connected to them all, but I didn't know enough about any of them to locate myself. Now, I can anchor myself as both Thai and Chinese because I have both countries' blood running through my veins. I see India as my third motherland that I will always keep an eye on since the majority of my childhood was spent there. I know who I am and I am proud of who I am.
Thank you 谢谢ขอบคุณค่ะ
Wrist looking like it been dipped. Dipping that, dipping that, dipping that. Script looking like it been flipped. Flipping that, flipping that, flipping that. Pull up in that phone, my God. Whole squad getting that, getting that. Please say it ain't true. I had to go and cop 2. Hell, now we can't fit in that. Wild ones, like we fresh out the cage. Showtime, baby, fresh off the stage. Bad little mama, fresh off the page. Front like you love, but you know that you hate it. Yeah, you know no better. Yeah, you know no better. Yeah, you know no better. Ooh.
Yeah, you know no better. Say you're different, who you kidding? Yeah, you know no better. Ooh, say that talk for the ones who don't know no better. Cause baby, I know you better.
Baby, I know no better.
Baby, I know you better.
Baby, I know.
Baby, I know you better. Baby, I know you better. Baby, I know you better.
Baby, I know no better. Top dropped off on my whip. Whipping that, whipping that, whipping that. Yellow and the purple on mix. Mixing that, mixing that, mixing that. Got my bitch from the tropics. Yeah, you know where she sitting at. Taking shots, one bottle at the bottle at the bottle. Hell no, we ain't sipping that. Wild ones, like we fresh out the cage. Showtime, baby, fresh off the stage. Bad little mama, fresh off the page. Front like you love, but you know that you hate it. Yeah, you know no better. Yeah, you know no better. Yeah, you know no better. Ooh.
Yeah, you know no that talk for the ones who don't know no better. Cause baby, I know you better.
Baby, I don't know better.
Baby, I know you
Baby,
better.
I know.
Baby, I know you better. Baby, I know you better. Baby, I know you better.
Baby, I know no better.
Drop top on the whip.
Deep in the ocean, dead and cast away, where innocence is burned in flames. A million miles from home, I'm walking ahead. I'm frozen to the bones. I am a soldier on my own. I don't know the way. I'm riding up the heights. Oh shame, I'm waiting for the call, the hand on the chest. I'm ready for the fight and fate.
So you wanna party? So you wanna dance? You better know someone that finds one of our friends. You wanna get higher? Shake that thing, spin it round around and round around like that. I put a little twist in my hips,
Here we go.
kiss on my lips,
Here we go.
ice on my wrist, 'cause I'm hot and I'm dancing.
we go.
Cut that romance and
Here we go.
cancel your plans and
Here we go.
girls hide your mans, 'cause I'm hot and I'm dancing.
go.
This is emergency. Call an ambulance, come rescue me. Everybody up in here.
If you wanna get up, get down like this.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Hallelujah, oh mercy me. Confess your sins and get down on your knees. And I'll be good to you if you're good to me. And we can go on and on and on and on and on and on and on. I put a twist in my hips,
Here we go.
kiss on my lips,
Here we go.
ice on my wrist, 'cause I'm hot and I'm dancing. Cut that romance and
Here we go.
cancel your plans and
Here we go.
girls hide your mans, 'cause I'm hot and I'm dancing.
go.
This is emergency. Call an ambulance, come rescue me. Everybody up in here.
God, I remember crying because I was thinking about how the way that I was gonna die was I was gonna do it.
I think I had about 101 inbox messages on my Facebook, and the first one that come up was from some random man, and he was like, "You are the ugliest thing I've ever seen in my life."
Yeah, so Taylor says in the film, I remember how when I was 18, that was the first time I was on the cover of a magazine. And the headline was like, pregnant at 18? It was because I'd worn something that made my lower stomach look not flat.
Yeah.
So I just registered that as punishment.
Hi there. Those were some of the examples of celebrities who have been body shamed. Now, the word body shaming, I'm pretty sure you've heard of it, right? I mean, it happens so much in social media. I've personally done it without knowing that I'm doing it. There are three main types. One, when you talk bad about yourself. For example, when you look at yourself in the mirror and think of all the negative things about you instead of the positive things. Two, when you talk bad about someone while they present there and directly at them. And number three, when you talk bad about someone while they're not present there, so they don't even know you're talking about them. When you're teasing someone about the way they look, it's not intended to hurt them. It's just for fun. But if it does hurt them, it's not really tasty anymore. It's body shaming. When somebody gets body shamed, it affects them physically and mentally. It could ruin their whole life. Their self-esteem will go so low that which could lead to extreme exercising, dieting, and in some cases, starving themselves. Now you might be thinking, body shaming is when you talk bad about someone because they're fat, right? That is not true. People who are skinny even get body shamed. And if you're talking bad about their body, how they're too skinny, you might think it's fine, right? It's not body shaming. But guess what? It is. You might think it's funny to make fun of people, but it really isn't. It tears them down. We should be supporting each other because every single person's bodies are built different inside and outside. So embrace it. It's just people's opinion. Why should you care? There is no thing as perfect anymore. Because if you gain weight, they call you fat. And if you lose weight, they call you skinny. Now, the question is, what is perfect? In order to be popular, don't bring someone down to make yourself look high. Because in real life, you're the one down there. Our body is just a case for our heart. Remember, confidence is the most attractive thing about someone. If you do change your body, you only change it for yourself. No one else in the world. You're the one living in that body. So why should you change it for someone else? You change it only for yourself.
Identity, a celebration of youth. Even though this generation is way ahead in time, our youth hasn't forgotten their cultural roots. Through this piece of Kuchipudi dance, I would like to portray my cultural identity.
My name carries with it a story, a song. Swedish roots, Japanese characters. Emi meaning smile, laugh, na canola flower. English pronounceable. Emina, Emina. My name carries with it a burden, a weight. My white American mother, an internationally raised father, chose it, so you could say it, for your sake. For your sake, then why do I hear it time and time again as a mistake? Mumbled, Amina. Jumbled, Emina. Mangled, strangled, Eminina? Amina? Names. The basic building blocks of our being. The foundation of our specification. So potent, so important. When you butcher my bright blossom, you impair my identity, me. I want to take it from your lips and put it back in my heart. I may be obsessed, but really I'm upset. Upset at how I'm Amina and Emina, and until I hear my name, Smiling Flower, I'm gonna keep pressing, pushing, hoping, waiting, until I'm standing in a field, canary yellow blossoms stretching as far as the eye can see. Nano hanaya, tsuki wa higashi ni, hi wa nishi ni. Arms out, inhaling, a wonder, a mystery, an enigma, a smile dancing on my lips.
Youth contains the word you. When individuals with their ingenious identities come together, they form the youth. Youth propagates the idea of self-identification, which helps to build an inclusive community.